It's the quarterfinals of the AFC Asian Champions League 2, and tonight we will see who will take an advantage into the second leg as Bangkok United take on Tampines Rovers from the true BG Stadium tonight. Very, very warm at 31 degrees, the humidity in and around 48%, so that may be a little bit taxing and it may play a little bit of role in today's game. Two sides that domestically are doing okay. BG Tampines Rovers are unbeaten so far this season. They've played 11, they've won 8 and they've drawn 3. They do have a game in hand on the Lion City Sailors to the top of the table. Bangkok United, they're currently in 4th place, but they're 13 points off the top of the league, which is Buriram. But they're only 2 points off 2nd place, as there are 3 teams looking to try and fight it out to see who will progress through to Asian competitions next season. It will be very, very interesting to see where this game will be won and lost. Always good to see the fans coming out as well. On the right hand side of your screen, the Brazilian Bohauri, who's been brought back into the starting lineup today by interim coach Robert Zaiko. 35-year-old Brazilian on the right hand side there. Japanese referee getting a few words there from Segasumi and also from Kobayashi. We know who they want to win. You can see Everton just having a little bit of a joke as well with the Japanese players for the Tampines Rovers side and just saying, oh, you can speak the language, yeah. Let's see what happens when we go out onto the pitch. It should be very interesting to see where it does go. Tedison not in the squad today. Somewhat unusual. The absolute Thai legend will not be involved at all. Really was an absolute ambassador for the national team. Tedison, 37 years old now, 128 caps and 64 goals for the national team. He was the one that started the exodus to an extent, went to Manchester City in 2007 before going to Grasshoppers on loan. He was the first Thai player and the first Southeast Asian player to play in La Liga when he represented Almeria after having a couple of weeks at Atletico Madrid. There's Robert Zaiko, who's in charge in an interim capacity for Tampines Rovers. Looks as though the lineup is set, and it looks as though the officials are all set to go now. It does look very warm inside that tunnel. You can see a couple of the players feeling the heat a little bit. Tachetoan Stripan is in charge of Bangkok, the 53-year-old who spent 5 years in Singapore playing for Samdawang Rangers before going to BC Tero Sasana as a player as well. That music can only mean one thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bangkok United and Tampines Rovers from FC.
ท่านผู้ชมทุกท่านครับขอนำผู้ชมทุกท่านไปพบกับนักกีฬาทั้ง2ทีม Bangkok United และ Tampines Rovers FC.
After finishing second in Group G, Bangkok United met Australian opponents in the round of 16, where they took on MacArthur. A comfortable 2-0 win at home and then a 2-2 draw away saw them book their place in the quarterfinals. It was a 4-2 victory over Tampines that helped Bangkok progress to top Group G last season, but they failed at the round of 16, losing to Sydney FC. Bangkok now have their sights firmly fixed on a semi-final berth and feel that they've got enough firepower to do it. Tampines Rovers, they've had a little bit of fortune on their way to the quarter-finals this season. There was no problem in the group stage where they went through undefeated to top Group H. But in the round of 16, they came up against a very strong Hanoi side who won 4-0 in the first leg, but that got overturned to a 3-0 victory to Tampines due to Hanoi fielding an illegible player. Solid performance winning the second leg means that they are here in the quarter-finals. It's Bangkok United taking on Tampines Rovers, and it should be an absolute cracker. Well, these two sides went head-to-head in the group stage last year. Tampines Rovers winning 1-0 in Singapore. But it was Bangkok United that won 4-2 at home. They comfortably topped Group G to progress. They did miss out in the round of 16 after extra time against the Sydney side that was very, very strong. 3 changes made then to the side that drew 2-2 with MacArthur in the round of 16. The experience of Jekapan comes into the starting 11 for Manuel Beer. Changes all down the right-hand side as Pakmo replaces Wuratep in midfield. And the former Dutch international, under 20 age, Ilas Alhaf, who scored 2 goals in this competition, replaces Arthur in the starting lineup. Tanamoto Ryo will be in charge of this one from Japan.
We'll get in first.
Let's go.
Okay, yellow.
VAR here as well, so that will be Kasahara in charge of that.
Stay here. Okay, go. All the best.
Always time for a photo before the game.
Okay, let's go. All the best.
Let's go, all the best.
So just one change made from interim head coach Robert Azaikor for today's encounter. Shazwan Buhari comes into goal, and that is at the expense of Casey Rogers. Still no starting place for Dylan Fox, who will remain on the bench. Shasharian, who started every game for Tampines this season in all competitions, will continue in midfield. But watch out for Higashigawa up front. 10 goals in the league, 6 goals in this competition. And Trent Bohagia, who has bagged 6 in this competition as well, tells you that there are goals in this Tampines side going forwards tonight. Very interesting to see that it's the veteran Brazilian Everton that's giving the battle cry. Signed from Chiang Rai United. He's been at the club now for 8 years. Signed back in 2018. Going into this season, 252 competitive games for them. He's managed to bag himself 31 goals from set plays. The home fans looking to try and get behind this team. Kochuan Sripan, as mentioned, the former Sembawang Rangers player in Singapore, and BC Tero Sasana, been in charge since 2020. Started his career as a coach, as a player manager at Tero Sasana. He's also coached and won the league with Muangthong United. Has been at some stage throughout his career. Back in 2019-20, the assistant to the national team coach.
Let the countdown begin. 5,
Well, the countdown's on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Tampines in the yellow, kicking from right to left to get us underway in. That's actually meant to go out for a throw-in. That way the team can go and press high up the field of play. Some would say slightly wasted there. Segasumi just plays that one out, but it is a proper tactic that teams are using now across the world. Confirmation then that Stepan in charge of Bangkok United. He's the one in the middle of the park there from Kosovic. Is Jakapan brought into the starting lineup, and well, the man with vast experience, his first touch wasn't a good one. Robert Zaiko moved over from Hougang United, where he was an interim coach there as well earlier this season in the SPL. Now interim at Tampines. Again, Tampines going long, but that one just running out of play. Both sides guilty right at the get-go here of just turning the ball over very, very quickly. Najib just hooked up the line. Easily defended. Wanchai back there dealing with that. Nice ball played inside, looking for Dikpan. Nicely turned round the corner. Picha has a little bit of time and space. Al-Haft puts it up nicely for Jakapan. Free header! Shazwan Buhari, the man brought into the starting lineup, makes absolutely no mistake. Dynamic start then for Bangkok United. Bangkok just strangling the middle of the park at the moment. Al-Haft, again the former Dutch under-20 international, whips it in, dangerously played. Yamashita with the clearance, just dealing with that one. Again. Maya. Jakapan. Oklo. It's well played there from Higashikawa. He's the main man at the moment, went joint top scorer of the SPL. Last round 12 of fixtures. There's that ball into the back post, and Irfan Najib caught napping. Ooh, bit of a dodgy back pass there, but rescued by Patawat. Patawat, the only player in this side that has started every single Asian Champions League 2 fixtures. Jakapan with the layoff. Seems to be a lot of time and space as Titipan gives it away again cheaply. First look at Trent Bahia. It is again. Bit of form in the Asian Champions League, 6 goals to his name, same as Higashikawa. Those two the real mainstays for Tampines Rovers. There's Kobayashi switching play. Yoshimoto not going to get there. Ball just clipped through, but very quickly off his line was Patawat, 30-year-old that was signed from Samut Prakan City. He is again rescuing the situation. Was actually part of that ASEAN All-Star team that beat Manchester United 1-0 in the Maybank Challenge Cup back in 2025. If you remember the summer of last year. Big switch to Chan. Sen going through the middle. There's the delivery. Headed away though comfortably from Jacob Mailat. Now Tampines can look to try and transition. Sarman getting involved as well. Over on that far side along with Kobayashi. Shah. You're fine. Take a miler. It's a good run there on that left-hand side from Trent Bahazia. Didn't see him quickly enough though. Keeping possession. Shah. Trent goes to Graham, but free kick not awarded. Bangkok looked to go long early. Pichat just couldn't get that one under control. The 30-year-old is currently on loan from Selangor. Ishikawa, time and space, waits for support. Here's Kobayashi. The blue shirts get back to defend and cover. The earliest the Tampines have scored in any game in this competition was 1 minute on the clock, and that was that famous victory against Pohang Steelers. They defeated them 1-0. Nice ball whipped in. Hussein Al-Ghassani scoring in the 2nd minute against MacArthur away from home. They gave them a 3-goal cushion in that 2nd leg, and once they got that 3rd goal there, everything looked smooth sailing for them. That's a poor throw in. Al-Haf tucks it down the line. Here is Musen. International, just dispossessed at the wrong time for him. Hashimoto switching play. Sterile at the moment from both sides. Both sides conceding possession, and an awful lot of it at the moment. Turn to try and keep a little bit of the ball. Trailing in the possession stats at the moment. This will make up for it. Not lost in 8 matches, Bangkok United. Because of that 3-0 turnover. Tampines have not lost in 9. Both these sides playing in the Shopping Cup as well. Strong challenge coming in. Fan losing out. Mante slows things down. Did the ban. Maya. Al-Haft delivers. A little bit heavy. A mistake from Shazwan Buhari. And the first goal is stabbed home from Kosovic, who's in the right place at the right time. The man brought into the starting lineup today. Shazwan Buhari replacing Casey Rogers. Makes an absolute howler and drops it straight at the feet of Kosovic. It's his first goal in the Asian Champions League 2. And he'll never get an easier one here. There's the mistake, and just in the right place at the right time. The man that had 4 seasons at Partizan Belgrade, 34 caps for the Montenegro national team, makes no mistake. Bangkok make no mistake and go 1-0 up. That is poor goalkeeping. Shazwan Buhari should know better than that. The 3-year-old that was signed from Geylang International. Here come Tampines. Look at a hit straight back, but that's fizzed across the face of goal. Kazama. Segasumi for the give and go. Given away, picked up by Musen. Well, there's 3 blue shirts tearing forwards as well. Musen the Omani just played it behind Kosovic. This game really starting to open up a little bit now. Trent Bahajia trying to just bully his way through, but Everton in the right place at the right time. Shah fires that one out wide. Kobayashi for a cheeky, clever ball for Kazama. Trent! Well, it just broke free to Trent Bahajia. A little snapshot, and Paliwat in the right place at the right time. Just swung a leg at it, and he has another chance. Well, Tampines have basically turned themselves around since conceding that goal. That's really poor from Patawat. Trent Bahajia just tried his luck from range, the 27-year-old. But now there could be a shot at the other end. It's Bokbor. Al-Haft. Everton happy to retain possession. Al-Haft again. Well, you could see the intent there from Kosovic, a little step over. Jakapan. Maya. Gorgeous, slowing things down as well. Maya. Jakapan delivers quality into the box. Yamashita heads it away, not far enough. Picha off the line from Yamashita. Had to trap back and get on the line, which is what good defenders do. But again, Shazwan Buhari all over the place. Doesn't know whether he's coming or going, the goalkeeper at the moment. They nearly paid the price. Played. All hands on deck defensively there, and it needed to be. Al-Haf throwing himself in there, trying to get on the end of it. Decent ball fired in. Shah doing well. There's the goal scorer, Kosovic. Doom and gloom. As mentioned, these two sides played each other last year in the competition in the group stage. Finished 4-2 here in favour of Bangkok, 1-0 in favour of Tampines in Singapore. So as long as it's manageable, both sides have a reputation of winning their home ties. Bit of skill there from Segasumi. Ball looking for Al-Haf. Find him. Easily picked off by Jacob Marlack. Kosovic again. Looking a bit of thorn in the side. Starting to pull the strings and cause all sorts of problems. It's going to be a little bit too heavy from Everton. You can see what he was trying to do there. Just drop it in for Picha. He wanted him to go a little bit earlier. He'll be happy though. Oh, giving away again. It's got to be a second. What a cheap, silly goal to give away. And Tampines can't quite believe what they've done. Well, there's a lot to be said for playing out from the back. And there's a lot to be said for getting it a little bit further up the field and battling away for it, rather than just allowing and gifting goals away. Yamashita robbing it back to Shazwan Buhari. He gave him absolutely nothing. And Picha was as sharp as a nail. Just pounced onto that one, took it off the Tampines player and rifled it into the back of the net. And Tampines only have themselves to blame there. Well, 2 goals in 6 minutes. And the goalkeeper, again, you could point the finger at him. Another mistake here defensively. Tampines just looking too lax. And this Bangkok side getting right into them. Kosovic, great ball in! What a goal that would have been. It was Titipan was in an advanced position and tried to poke it past Shazwan Buhari, who just managed to stop that going in at the near post. There is Kosovic working incredibly hard to win it back. Does well, then drills it in. Yeah, it was Titipan getting up there with the strikers. Flicked it goal bound, and Shazwan Buhari nearly embarrassed again, but pulled off a good save there. Ball whizzed in again. It's another header. This time Maya getting there first, and Tampines just clear their lines. Not sure that kiss will make it all better. Got to throw yourself in there. Maya just clashing heads with Everton. Both players desperate to go and attack the ball and win it. Another experienced player, the 30-year-old who signed from Al Dalala in Saudi. Has played for Al Roba over in Saudi Arabia as well. Bit of a stint in Portugal at Estoril. Beautiful little club that's just outside Lisbon, just a little bit down the coast. It's a fantastic little stadium that they have there and a wonderful setup. Coach Tawan just trying to sort some instructions out. That's exactly what Yamashita is doing with Shazwan Buhari. Instruction there was just get it away and get it up the other end. Forwards. Yamashita wins the header there. Just loop forwards and again quickly off his line was Batawat. Just clearing and mopping things up. Al Haft comes inside. Titipan keeping it simple. Kosovic. It's a long-range effort, just trying to catch out Shazwan Buhari. Well, he saw him off his line, thought he'd have a pop. Long ball forwards, Trent Bahagia bringing that one down. Sigasumi up there in attendance as well with Higashikawa. Kobayashi plays it wide, Irfan. Irfan again. Little challenge in the back from behind there. No nonsense defending. One Chai taking no prisoners. That was rolled back just a little bit too much pace on it for Picha. If it had rolled that a little bit slower, who knows? That's his first in this competition. In fact, it's his first in the league as well. So his first goal of the season, and what a time to score it. Tampines know that they really do need to try and make one of these count now to get themselves back into the game. Yamashita is in there. Jacob Milo is in there. They've got the big guns forwards. 4 yellow shirts to aim for. Drilled in goal bound to the far post, just a little bit too high for Yamashita. Kobayashi. Miles away. Again, another player with lots of experience, had a few seasons over in Holland at Heerenveen. There he is. Caps and 1 goal for the national team of Japan as well. Tells you about the experience he has. Titipan. Easily cut out. Trent Mahajir just helps that one on, but Higashikawa had come across as well to try and receive it. Closing down from Tampines. Hooked over the top, but the defender, Maia, was always going to be the favourite there. He clears his lines. Perplexed at the moment. He shouldn't be. His side are 2-0 up. Mahajia wins the throw in. Just hit the wrong side of the corner flag for him. Down the line, deal with him well enough. Again, Tampines in sharper with the challenge, as you might expect. To his feet now. Here he is again. Cuts inside. Lovely ball played through. More looking to try and get in behind. I'll have to as well to win it back. Jekapan. Just trying to tuck it up the line, but I will harmlessly go behind. Coming deep to try and get on that ball. Irfan just keeps the ball moving. A lot of play going forwards from Tampines. They're trying to keep the ball and reuse it and look at different angles. That's why Bangkok have pressed high up the field of play and they've forced the errors from Tampines. 2 mistakes, 2 goals. You could actually say Shazwan Bahari was to blame for both goals. Should never have played that ball to a midfield player who's got his back to playing. The goalkeeper can see everything passing it forwards. Musen. Just judged to have been a little bit too physical in that challenge. 22 goals in 41 games last season. That was just in the league. Mani international. He has made a name for himself here. Wanchai. Pichak and scored the second goal. Here's again. Wanchai back inside. channel from Kosovic. Just over 30 minutes gone. Bangkok lead by 2-0. Everton. To his defensive partner, Maia. Just firing that one out wide. Jakopan right into the middle, and has scored the first goal. Kosovic doing well to shield and retain the ball. Bangkok's turn to just retain possession. Fired in, Yamashita with the header. Musen picks up the loose ball. Still Musen. Gets his body in the way as well. Can he get the cross in? Keeps it simple to Picha. Here's Musen again. Musen went for goal himself. Ball blocked down. Maya. Well, that's gone straight through the keeper. Shazwan Buhari again, doing just enough to keep it out. No one went and closed the ball down. That looks as though it's going in the corner, and you can see that's hit the bottom of his hand. It's poor goalkeeping. Pushed it behind for a corner, so they'll be under a little bit of pressure. Time to come. Be a few choice words, I'm sure, said in the Tampines dressing room. See a few changes as well. Yashikawa doing well to win it back. Closed down very, very quickly though. Allowed the time and space. Popor just closing all that space down. Interesting one, the 34-year-old brought into the starting lineup today. Again with Jakopan, has that experience. Al Haft. Tremper was having to go all the way back there to try and deal with that. A little nudge in the back there. A little acknowledgement as well from Kosovic. Tampines happy to just keep the ball. Good pressure, good pressing from Bangkok United. There's the man that's made the mistakes. It was the first goal and the first one that was the big howler. This one. Had to do was catch it. Picha just helped it back in, and there he is again. You can see Segasumi has his back to play. He doesn't know what's behind him. Shazwan Buhari can see the whole pitch. and he rolled it into that midfield player, knowing that there was a man right behind him, and all Pitcher did was nip in and win that ball and slot it home. Nice sharp play, you have to say. Poor decision making from the goalkeeper. Of course, not all done and dusted. These two will go head to head again next week in the second leg down in Singapore. Flag's gone up for offside. The referee finally sees it. Yep. Of course, the rules will be changing next season. There's a lot of talk. And there was a meeting with the Federation to turn around and look at the rules. It's an independent body that decides on the rules. Looks as though they're going to be adopting what Arsene Wenger wanted, which was any part of the body that you can score with, you'll be onside even if you're ahead. So it's going to be technical. It's all to do with just having a fraction of your body onside, as it were, past the defender. I'm sure we'll read about that all a little bit later on once they're finalised and released. There's Koya Kusama. He keeps things simple. And it's another shy back pass, and Sasha Bahari on this occasion finds Yamashita. Kobayashi back there as well. Trying to keep the ball. Big strong challenge coming in from Kosovic. Play allowed to continue, but that challenge won't go unpunished. Jacob Mahler just going straight through the back of Poplo. Into his 9th season at the club here. Signed from Chonburi, the 34-year-old. Poplo. Jacob Mahler there. We'll have to defend here. Free kick fired into that far post area. It's a diving header. Straight into the hands of the keeper. Shaswan Bahari making no mistakes on that occasion. Mahir again, the one who's getting on the end of everything. Only needs a goal from Tampines to keep things as tight as you like. Remember, it's been a few years now. Away goals don't count. You have to go to extra time and penalties. It's a rule that's been in place for a while. Trent Bahajia into Segasumi. Never reached the semi-final of this competition in the 15 editions that they played in when it was the AFC Cup as well. This is as far as they've got Tampines, the quarter-finals. In the back there. Musen goes to ground. He's not happy. Well, the official just indicating that there was contact between the two players. Goes up and across, and a little shove and a shirt pull as well from Musen. They're both at it. Might have come off worse. He wanted the free kick, didn't he? Musen, not given. Now Anthony Hudson is there, the coach of the national team. Come down to have a look and see the players on show. Mitsubishi Cup action coming up. He's in charge of the under-23s as well as the full national team. More of the full national team though. This was the one earlier where Maya got on the end of it. Segasumi didn't jump, just got caught flat-footed as the Brazilian came over the top. .6'2", always going to go and attack those balls. Mala will want to get back on pretty quickly. 4 minutes left of this first half, plus stoppage time. Again, Segasumi couldn't find a way through. Yakapan playing that one inside. And Titepan fires one straight through the middle. Picha has made the run. Couldn't create the yard himself though. Shaw gets caught. Kobayashi again going backwards. Tampines get themselves into some good positions and then just allow Bangkok United to get themselves back and set and in shape to defend. Yamashita way off from Higashigawa. Bangkok happy to just try and keep the ball now through to the 45 minutes, get themselves a little rest, then try and come out all guns blazing in the second half. We'll do more just to keep things simple. Patawan, who had that little spell after Bangkok went 1-0 up where he had to make a couple of saves, getting himself in the way. Al-Haft going to try and go all the way around and no contact made there, so he'll win the throw. Yamashita with the header away. Higashigawa just caught waiting for it. Segasumi getting involved as well. Just couldn't get enough height on that one, Yoshimoto. Making the run off off the ball, and that's allowing other players to come inside. Kazama then just nudged in the back. Quite nice to try and nick something here in stoppage time. 3 minutes we will have at the end of the first 45. Kazama will be the man to deliver. 5 shirts in the box, 2 on the edge. It is Kobayashi who fires it in. Just flicked away. Then clear it all the way. Yefan tried to hold that one on. Easily picked off. Counter-attack is on here. Hussein going for the glory himself. For Tampines to do here. Bangkok looking good, looking pretty, sitting deep, sitting well, attacking when they need to. What's he going to do? Zaiko needs to try and come up with something for the second half. They'd love to get themselves a goal, but they've just lacked that bit of quality compared with their Thai counterparts. Don't forget, it was a Thai side that made it through when the Asian Champions League was first announced back in the early 2000s. BC Tero Sasana were in the final. They took on Alain from the UAE. Second leg was played in Thailand as well at the Rajamangala Stadium. It was a full packed house. It was an unbelievable atmosphere. Now you'll get those atmospheres the later you go into the competitions. They're not here today, but it doesn't matter because they're doing the business. Sazwan Bahari then has made 2 mistakes in goal, and he has proved to be the thorn in the side of Tampines. He really has. Didn't catch the first one when Kosovic managed to slot home after 12 minutes before Pitchat picked up the loose ball. So at half-time here, it's Bangkok United 2, Tampines Rovers 0. Very warm welcome back to the True BG Stadium, where Bangkok United are taking on BG Tampines Rovers. Hudson, the national team coach, is there in attendance. Two goals to nil they lead. Two mistakes from the goalkeeper, Shazwan Buhari. He was the man that made the mistakes that gifted the two goals to Bangkok. The question is can they fight back? Can they shore things up? Or will they be able to turn around and take something to that second leg next week, which will be played in Singapore? Shuya Yamashita has worked incredibly hard defensively, and he's had to. Kozovic managed to get the first goal. That was the all-important one that really did give themselves that opportunity to drive it on. Pitcher as well was very, very sharp, nipping in and turning around and ensuring that he got that second goal. But the man that was brought into the starting lineup today by Robert Azaiko, Shazwan Buhari, is the guilty party and the guilty man of basically assisting with those two errors. So we get underway. Bangkok in the blue strip, kicking from right to left. Second leg, as mentioned, will be next week on the 12th of March. That one at Jalan Besar Stadium. Bangkok looking to start well here, though, down the right-hand side. Jakapan and Al Haft getting in the thick of the action, as you might expect. They will be happy with the way that things have gone, though, that's for sure. Nice ball threaded through. Well read on that occasion, though, by Yoshimoto. There he is again, firing it forwards. Higashikawa couldn't get there. Easily mopped up by Brazilian Maia. Bangkok may be a little bit more standoffish this half. Happy to keep possession. Anything can happen, though. That's the beauty of football. Sega. Mahajir has made another run off the ball as well. If you just look at the XG of that first half, it's 1.16 for Bangkok, only 0.20 for Tampines. That tells you about the quality and the opportunities that they've had. 70% of the shots Bangkok United have hit the target. Tampines, the two shots they've had, both hit the target as well. Everton playing that one forwards. Hussein working incredibly hard as always. The big switch was going to be too heavy and too much from Titipan. He looked to find Jakapan, who've gone into an advanced position. Fans seem to be enjoying themselves as well they might. Who can blame them? The side 2-0 up, cruising at the moment. It's only their second appearance in this competition, Bangkok United. As opposed to 15 previous editions. BG Tampines, here's a yellow card. Referee not having any nonsense at all here. Mayet will go into the book for that. The 30-year-old is the first player to be booked by our referee, Tanamoto Ryo. Doing well, and then launch clear by Jakapan. Jacob Myler just unable to clear it as he would have liked there. I just feel that the next goal will be absolutely critical in this game. Get it, gives them a bit of a fighting chance, an opportunity, particularly with the second leg in 7 days' time. Tug of the shirt there, the referee allowing play to continue. Segasumi not happy, a little shake of the head there from the 23-year-old. Just caught Picha. Well, they were both at it, but it's Picha that comes off worse. Sumi, the 23-year-old. There he is, there's the initial tug on the shirt. I think he wanted the free kick, not given for that. Started his professional career over in J1 at Fagiano Okayama, but he never actually played for the first team there. Shipan, well measured and well versed. There's the bench as well for the Bangkok side. And the longer this is going, the worse it's looking for Picha. Anthony Hudson there in the black shirt. As mentioned before, he is the national team coach of Thailand. Now we're going to have to make a change. Thailand national team, of course, played Turkmenistan in the Asian qualifiers. That on the 31st of March. And then, of course, the ASEAN Championships over the summer. that left knee. Hudson might be happy with that. That's one player less. Thailand will kick off their campaign against Laos on the 25th of July in the ASEAN Championships. That's not good at all for Pitcher. The man that scored the second goal in the 18th minute. To be too much in that, but we will have time added on at the end of the match for this break. Arthur, the man that was left out of the starting lineup, comes on. That's a big concern. You can see that from the players and the physio's reaction down there on the touchline. Almost 10 minutes gone in this second half. Bangkok United still in control. It's fair to say comfortably in control as well. Have Tampines got an answer? That's going to be the question. Inside there, allowing Jakapan into an advanced position. Maya. It's out wide. Jakapan involved again, and Arthur looking a little bit more central. That's a lovely turn again from Kosovic and Al-Haft. Delivery into the box. Wasted chance for Musen. Got up well. Just got underneath it though. Irfan Najib, not completely aware where his man was. Had a glance but didn't mark him, didn't go and attack the ball. Musen Al-Ghassani should really have done better there. Here's Irfan again. Just wouldn't fall for them. They'll have to drop off a little bit now as Tampines go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Sheep given away from Higashikawa. Had his leg heavily strapped during their last league game. It's against Hougang United at the weekend. Finds Titapan back inside. Time and space. Wantai. Wantai again. Hussein just caught chasing shadows. Possession from Tampines. Segasumi. And not the kind of urgency that maybe is required. There is still another 90 minutes next week to play. Still 30 minutes left in this one as well. Nice little ball just to split the defence and try and get things moving again. It's sharp. Losing out there, so I'll have to get up and get back. Oh, one back by Segasumi. Still Sega. Got the ball caught under his feet a little bit there. Again, Trembo making some great runs, but not receiving the ball. Yoshimoto in that wide position behind him, so it was easy pickings in the end. Enjoying themselves. 2 goals to the good just after the hour mark. Play down the right hand side. He loses out. Those two trying to play on the right, but couldn't create the yard for themselves. Nonsense challenge coming in from Poklor there. And it was all over Higashikawa, not giving him any breathing space at all there. Gone up. Have to defend here a little bit now, Tampines. Fired into that far post. Maya with the header. This time, Shazwan Bahari catches it. Really not looking good for Picha. And again, Tampines literally shooting themselves in the foot, just allowing that big press from Bangkok. Overplaying at the back and getting caught for it. That ball into the far post. I just couldn't get the power or the direction that he wanted. Yet to score in this. Poklor asking for the 10 yards. In with the left foot, headed away. It was a good header from Higashigawa. That's a wasted ball in. High, wide and aimless. Yeah, Judging from that reaction, it looks as though it's a little bit of a twist. Anthony Hudson not looking happy at all. Well done there from Everton. Try mopping things up this time. Al-Haft wants to drop that shoulder and cut in onto that left foot. Wante. Two games in the group stage, Bangkok United. Matter here as we're in the knockout stage now. All overplayed, far too much pace on that. Harmlessly goes behind. Well, they defeated the Lion City Sailors twice, which was big news for them. It meant that they went through on the head-to-head with 10 points. Lion City Sailors finished on the same number, but they had a higher goal difference, but because it's head-to-head rules and Bangkok had beaten them twice, they finished above them in the table. It was of course Persib and Boyan Hodak and his side that topped Group G. That they played them. They have made a few signings here though as the season's gone on, which is why they're looking stronger. Another foul high up the field of play. Just got caught there. Titipan. 58 caps and 7 goals for the national team. Titipan had a year out over in Japan as well at Aita Trinita back in 2019. Where he won the league. That's won the league at one time as well, so vastly experienced Titipan. The kick fired in, headed away, no problems from Yoshimoto. Al-Haft delivers again. This time Yoshimoto flicks it, but not far enough. Another cross into the box. This time Seswan Bahari does just enough to flick it away. Hacked into space by Kobayashi. About decisions as a goalkeeper. You have to make the right one the majority of the time, and that was an important touch because Arthur was coming in just behind him. He scored in that 2-0 first leg win over MacArthur here at the BG Stadium. Harmer just having a few choice words, and again it's Titipan who's in the thick of the action. Can afford to just laugh when you're leading 2-0 when little incidents like that happen. Half with the ball in, is deep again. Bahari claiming it nice and comfortably. Now from the back again though, and you can see that high press has really worked for Bangkok. See, they're doing it as a unit, doing it as a team. Everybody squeezing in, and that's what they're doing. They're winning the ball back higher up the field of play. Bocklaw is the man that just got his toe in there. Layoff from Kobayashi could prove costly. Here's Arthur. Titapan. Everton has been very comfortable for him today so far. Takapan down the line. Just a little bit too much on it though. We're going to have a change. Dylan Fox finally gets his opportunity to come on and shine. Segasumi will be the player that goes off. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Three, it looks like a three at the back now. Dylan Fox will feel a little bit aggrieved that he wasn't in the starting lineup. Good. Anthony Hudson looking on. Widdetep looks as though he's coming back on. Poplar will be going off. All eyes firmly fixed and focused on that man though. Shazwan Buhari. His mistakes have proved costly. This was the first where he just didn't catch the ball at all. Flick back in from Pichap. A simple tap in and then plays it to one of his midfield players. You can see the whole field of play overplaying and got caught for that. It was Pitcher that got the second. Poplar has had to come off as well. This would have tipped that will come on. Rivaldino is coming on as well. Musen is going off. Would attempt back into the starting lineup. Dino is the man that comes on as well. Just has to deal with the situation. Thrown into that one. Japan. Ball fired in, it's over the top of Arthur though, nicely picked up. One shy with the ball in, and Ronaldinho, who's just come on as a sub, the 30-year-old Brazilian, managed to get his head to it. Headed it onto his shoulder and then over the top. Had an interesting career. Signed for Internacional over in Brazil, and then went to Dinamo Bucharest and Levski Sofia. Last season in China, but the our Red Lions before signing for Bangkok United. Change up in formation. For Tampines. It's a little too late really when you think about it. Away from home. Bangkok have looked very comfortable. Back to Sezwan Buhari, who just gives it away again. That's awful. And a real chance here. Just couldn't get there quickly enough, Al Haft. Tampines, though, poor defending again. Just gifting the ball back to Bangkok. Almost allowing Bangkok to get a third. Well, he was brought in for Casey Rogers for today's game. If that will change for the next game next week. Fired in for Rivaldinho and also for Arthur to try and get on the end of. 15 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Drilled in. Rivaldinho was in there. Just 1,150 people in attendance to watch the game today. It's a shame, it's a cracking little stadium. It just seems to be a little bit more zip about this Bangkok side. Kosovic going across and winning that one back as well. Shoulder, if he gets his head to that, it flies in the top corner. As mentioned, an interesting career, Rivaldinho. Zykel just trying to work out what to do. Rivaldinho again, back there. Everton. Fires that one out wide. Al Haft. Everton just keeps possession. Finds Wanchai. Play from with it there in the middle of the park. Bit aggrieved that he was left out of the starting lineup. The man with 48 caps for the national team. Here he is again. Bangkok happy to keep the ball moving. Kosovic creates a yard, delivers. Arthur at the far post. Isn't going to get there and isn't going to keep that one in play. Footwork from Willitep. Have had a shot this half. Bangkok have been. Japan finds Maya. As mentioned, if you offer them a 2-0 lead going into the second leg, they're bitten your hand off, but there could be a chance here. Trent Bahagia is going through on goal. Higashikawa is with him. It's Trent! Their first shot in the second half has resulted in a goal. And again, this time it's a mistake, but it's a mistake from Bangkok. And that has opened the door in this tie. And you would say that's slight advantage Tampines when you turn around and look that they'll be playing at home next week. A mistake from Maia has proved costly. He had time and space, but Trent Bahagia scores his 7th goal in this competition. Took his time, and as cool and as calm as you like. Trent Bahagia, the Maltese international, represented Australia as an under-23, but has represented Malta at the full international level, makes absolutely no mistake. And what a lifeline that is for Tampines. Well, what a good time to score as well. And there's another mistake, and they could be going through here. What's that going to be? He's gone to the back pocket, has he, or he's changed his mind? That's a yellow for Maia. Oh, it's a red. He's already been booked. That's why. Wow. That is a big, big decision, and that could have ramifications on the second leg as well, because he will be missing. Again, Maia with a poor first touch. Has he taken him out when he's gone to ground? That's the big question. Higashigawa was going behind him. He's dived in. He's dived across him. You can see that's why he's shown him the second yellow. So, Maia got booked earlier in the game and was the first player to be booked and the only player to be booked in the match. Gets a second yellow and he has to go. He will miss the next match, and that is massive and big, big news for both Bangkok United and Tampines. Well, we know that Tampines rode a little bit of luck in that round of 16 when there was an ineligible player was fielded for Hanoi and they got a 4-0 defeat overturned to a 3-0 victory. And now that could be the turning point of this whole tie over the two legs. The red card of Maia could prove costly. Wow. That is a huge, huge decision. And he looks bitterly disappointed. He got caught out of position though, so you have to say it was his own fault. It was a miscontrol. So it is his own fault. Have to go straight up the tunnel. It looks as though Manuel Beer will be coming on for Bangkok. Could we see a little bit more drama here? change. Al Hafti is going to go off as well. Is that Al Haft? Or is it Kosovic? I think it's Kosovic. Tedessin is the man that comes on, along with Beer. Kosovic has gone off as well. Got to defend here now, Bangkok. Free kick floated in, it's nodded on. Headed away from Manuel Beer. That was an important touch from him. Beer, who's 21 caps for the national team, started his football over at Nuremberg, over in Germany. It's all going the way of Tampines now these last few minutes. This would be an amazing smash and grab from them. Here's Dylan Fox. Sharp. Back to Fox. A 2-1 defeat is better than a 2-0 defeat, particularly over two legs. No foul, said the referee. Just launch long anywhere will do at the moment. Yamashita does likewise. It's a big high loopy one. Keeper thought about coming. Higashiga going up far too early, jumping into the back of his man. Wanchai, the man that got caught. To get through to the semi-finals. They feel that they have the firepower. Tampines are looking to get through to their first ever semi-final appearance. Just remember, Singaporean side, the Lion City Sailors from the east, went all the way through to the final last year. That's a big strong challenge coming in. Irfan Najib. Trot on his toes, that's all. Rivaldino going down to ground, trying to clutch his ankle. It was his toes that he caught, though. I just think if Bangkok could just grab themselves another goal here, it would just open that two-goal cushion again. Jakapan will deliver. It's not a bad ball either. They'll clear their lines only as far though as Arthur. Here's Wanchai. All the way back across to Jakapan. Goes all the way back to Patawan. Arthur. Too far away from the ball after he'd moved it to win that free kick. Does well to win it back though, and then shows his pace, and the crowd really get out of their seats here. Shoulder to shoulder. Referee saying play on. Cracking second half we've had. Looked as though it was going to be a little bit mundane, but this last 20 minutes has been real fire and guts from both sides. Kobayashi. The Tampines nick a late one. That would be some story. Dylan Fox. Just trying to tuck it into the channel. Irfan. Kobayashi. Give and go. Irfan. Back inside to Kazama. There he is again, Kazama. Kobayashi. Reverse ball. Well, there was a ricochet there, and it's not got that far off target from Trent Bahajia. Been a fantastic signing for Tampines since he came in from Kapaz from Azerbaijan. Had spells at Central Coast Mariners, Sydney and Newcastle Jets. His full international debut for Malta against Moldova back in October 2024. Kazama just played it behind Trent, and again he's pointing to the channel just to tuck it into. This last 20 minutes have absolutely raced by. Where players had to be carried off the pitch. 8 minutes, there we go. Bahari, well, he'll be thanking Trent Bahajia for what he did. To get that goal, an all-important goal as well. Trent Bahajia the top goal scorer in the competition with 7 goals. His strike partner has 6 as well, which just tells you again about the potency that they do have going forwards. Here's Yamashita. Dylan Fox. It all changed when he came on. They looked a bit better shape, looked pretty solid. Sees the space and takes it. Possession kept. Trent just trying to ease it in behind, but Arthur back there defending. No problems for him. Next stations now for Bangkok. Simple in the end from Wanchai, who just clears his lines, puts his foot straight through the ball so they can get their shape back. There's the mistake for the first. The man that got sent off in the end, Maia, allowing Trent Bahajia to get in there and took it into the far corner. He then made another mistake there and has dived into the man, which is why he's got a yellow card for that. A second yellow, which is a red. Launched away from the man that came on as a substitute, Manuel Bier. Arthur keeps it simple, finds Shah. Zama. Kobayashi goes through. Gets a little trip from Titapan. Good play from Yuki Kobayashi. Dangerous position. Kuya Kazama scored an equaliser against the Lion City Sailors just a couple of weeks ago in a 1-1 draw, right on the stroke of half-time from a free kick. Will do it again, or is he just going to tee this one up nicely? The big guns forward as well. Kuya Kazama clips it into that far post area, headed away from the skipper Everton. Shah finds Kobayashi, played forwards, time and space. Simple save in the end, far too close to Patawan, but Glenn Quay has come on as a substitute. Almost getting his name up in lights. Too much pace on that there from Dylan Fox. And it does tee this game up very, very nicely for next week. Made a 1-1 draw yesterday, so all to play for in that one. It's as though there's all to play for in this one, of course, with the troubles at the moment in the Middle East. The West Zone has suspended the games correctly as well, so the East side are getting their games done and dusted while they can. Kazama fires one in. It's dangerous to that far post area. Arthur just got caught napping and ball watching there, and it allowed Yoshimoto to get in round the back. Just couldn't bring it under control well enough though. Good tracking back from Arthur. To go, grabbing a yellow card. That'll probably be for the goalkeeper Patawat for taking his time. Confirmation of that. A lot of debate going on in the European leagues, particularly the Premier League, about certain teams taking too long to get the ball into play and taking set plays. Big stats that everybody looks at is ball in play, your game play. Nice ball flick forwards there, just a little bit too heavy though. That's just about going to do the full 90 minutes here in Bangkok. But just overplaying that one. Referee puts the whistle to his mouth, has a glance at his watch and says that will do. Well, you talk about a smash and grab, and that's exactly what it has been here for the Singaporean side. It started so well in the 12th minute for Kosovic when he gave them the lead, and then Pitchap just 6 minutes later made it 2-0. They were in total control with the opportunities and chances they had, but a mistake from Maia opened the door for Tampines to get one back with Buhagia in the 79th minute. Compiled to the misery was the red card, a second yellow for Maia, the Brazilian. It's finished full time in the first leg here. Bangkok United 2, Tampines Rovers 1.